sure that many of you who have computers have little thumb drives, little portable sticks that you can copy material onto. Now just think back a few years. When they first came out, I think they were either 64 or 128 Ks worth of memory. See, you know what these look like. This one has 2 gigabytes of information on it. I remember when I bought my first computer system, sorry for the digression, I believe that it had about 64K of memory. And it had disks about this size. And it cost $4,000 for the machine and $1,000 for an orange and green monitor and about $1,500 for a Diablo daisy wheel printer. And all of that now you can buy for $300 or $400. And it does infinitely more. I had to learn how to be a programmer because there wasn't enough software written for it. So that's the kind. Let me give you another example of acceleration. You get into your car and you start driving. And you put the pedal to the metal. Well, the first 30 feet you're going, this fast, and the next 30 feet you're going faster, and the next 30 feet you're going faster, and the next 30 feet you're going faster, and finally a cop pulls you over and gives you a ticket. Well, that's acceleration. And right now, through the use of nanotechnology, we are accelerating the capabilities of a variety of different technologies, not just solar. So we're putting pedal to the metal, and there's nobody going to give you a ticket at the other end. In fact, you're going to have the people who can really do this are going to be richly rewarded because they're going to be a significant part of the green tech revolution, which is underway right now. So I want you to stop and think when you hear about people who start talking about how renewable energy isn't green and how we're going to have to tear up vast quantities of land area in order to do things, and who use this false argument that each of the technologies would be required to produce all of the energy, or nearly all of the energy, or a significant part of the energy. All that's false. What we're going to see is a blend based on local use, local demand. So if we start by reducing local demand, and we start using technologies that are getting more and more efficient by orders of magnitude over relatively short periods of time, we can resolve many of the energy demands, many of the energy requirements at significantly less cost and significantly less land area than are being raised in the article that right now is starting to work its way around the media around the world. At this time, I'm not going to talk to you about nuclear power and the problems of nuclear power. I'm not one of those who gets all scared about nuclear power. I don't even think that maybe some of the new nuclear power plants and the nuclear power technology that's developing might in fact not be useful. But we have to look at all the other ways we can build renewables, because there's one thing that nobody talks about when they talk about nuclear power, and that's the amount of water it uses. Nuclear power stations are all built around water. They're built around water because they use millions of gallons of water a day. Now, if you start to think about what's happening, even with some moderate climate change at the present time, water is going to be a very scarce commodity. We can't afford to use a lot of water to cool nuclear plants. That's just one area of nukes. As I said, I'm not going to go into that whole area. I'll do that in a future tape. I hope that you'll start thinking yourself in terms of how can I or my company or my area. I hope that you'll start thinking yourself in terms of how can I or my company or my area use all of the resources that are available to us to first reduce the energy demand, and second, to use the new technologies in the area of wind, biomass, biofuels, solar, microhydro, to blend all of these together to come up with a wonderful solution that reduces the amount of energy production that we need and that reduces significantly the amount that comes from fossil fuels. Whether you believe in the climate change or not, we still have to go in this direction because of the fact that we're going to have a population explosion over the course of the next 30 or 40 years, and we've got to deal with billions of more people on this planet. So we have to conserve, we have to be clever, we have to use all the tools that are available to us. Thanks for listening.